Hey folks, welcome to Economic Observations. Today is May 7th. I haven't done a video in a few weeks, and my apologies for that. Today we are going to talk about unemployment. And we noticed that some of the states have opted out of the pandemic federally funded benefits that were being given out since April of last year. Also want to note, today's video is sponsored by the Tanzania School Foundation, a nonprofit near and dear to my heart. Links below how you can help. I appreciate it. All right, let's get started. Unemployment job creation for April came out today, and it was 266,000 jobs. Economic forecast anticipated 1 million jobs for April, so this is well below the target. Why have no jobs been created? Well, some naysayers say that it's because of the $300 federal boost to unemployment and the extended PUA and unemployment benefits. Some of those states put action to their thoughts. Montana on Monday announced that it was ending all federal pandemic-related unemployment insurance and assurance to all residents of Montana. So if you're in Montana and you have been receiving PUA, extended unemployment, and that $300 boost, Montana is ending everything effective June 24th. Montana is also offering a $1,200 bonus if you get off unemployment and take a job and stay in that job for at least 4 weeks. Montana's minimum wage is $8.25. If you get offered a job for 40 hours in Montana, making $8.25, your weekly wage would be $330. That is atrocious, folks. We know that housing is skyrocketing all across the country. People are fleeing from California and moving to places like Montana where there's open space and better opportunities, and the price of housing is skyrocketing. So you tell me, who in the world can live on $330 a week? Not many people. The jobs being offered in Montana are crappy jobs. They are mostly in the hospitality sector, restaurants, hotels, summer jobs, minimal hours, minimal pay, and they want to do away with the unemployment assistance. A lot of jobs lost, we know. Pilots, flight attendants, engineers, bankers, all across the sectors, good full-time jobs. There were also many public service jobs that were eliminated. EMTs, teachers, police. You expect these professional people, many of them with their advanced levels of educations, to go flip burgers at Burger King? Or maybe you can get a job at Subway. Maybe you can get a job making pizzas somewhere. But these are the jobs that are available that no one is applying for. They're crappy jobs paying $8.25 an hour. The second state that has eliminated all federal pandemic unemployment help is South Carolina. South Carolina's minimum wage is $7.25. So if you work in South Carolina 40 hours a week, making minimum wage, which is $7.25, you make a whopping $290 a week. That program is also ending at the end of June. For everybody, it's not just the extra $300 boost, it's all extended unemployment. So if you've been on unemployment more than 28 weeks, you are null and void, off the system, and hopefully get a job. And hopefully get a better job than their minimum wage. The jobs in South Carolina are also in the hospitality sector. The governors there are living in their ivory towers, getting all these kickbacks from all of the businesses there to reinstate workers and get them off the pandemic assistance. Speaking of pandemic, I don't want to make this channel about the pandemic, but I have my own thoughts on the pandemic because I look at the global situation. We see what happened in Brazil, in Chile, in Argentina, and it is not really slowing down there. The only reason we're not hearing about it too much anymore is because India overtook them. And look at what happened in India, and it's still happening in India. Today, I heard that it expanded itself to Nepal. Nepal is having a really tough time, and Nepal is a really poor country. And this is not letting up. These variants are spreading all around the world. A country to look out for, and something that all researchers are looking at, are the Seychelles Islands. The Seychelles Islands only have a population of 100,000. And 90% of their revenue comes from tourism, which has been hit hard. So the Seychelles Islands made a deal with China and the UAE and got 65% of its citizens vaccinated. It is way higher than the United States vaccination rate. 65% of 100,000 people have been fully vaccinated. And yet the Seychelles Islands, who was only getting 2 to 5 positive cases over the last few weeks, has drastically risen to over 100 cases in the past few days. This is really concerning to the Seychelles Islands. They just opened up on March 25th to tourism in the anticipation that 65% of their citizens were vaccinated and that life can go back to normal. But with over 100 positive cases and only 100,000 residents, that brings the Seychelles Islands the highest per capita positivity rate in the country. Something that researchers are really going to look at to see exactly how effective these vaccines are and how quickly this is spreading. But the Seychelles Islands is something to look out for. Last year, folks, we watched it travel from China to go to Italy. We were really saddened to see what was happening in those countries, only for it to land on our shores a few weeks later. It can happen again. The United States only has 40% of its people vaccinated, and many of them only have had one dose. We have a very, very high non-compliant vaccine ratio. And I think that, yes, we can in turn be like India in a few weeks. We're still at 40,000 cases a day. And we know we can go from 40,000 cases a day to hundreds of thousands of cases a day. Something to be on the lookout, folks. And what's going to happen to these people should they, when they get off unemployment and they have a job only for a few weeks, and if things shut down again, what is going to happen to these people that lost all their federal benefits? These governors aren't thinking right. They are thinking of tax revenue. They are thinking about the kickbacks from businesses that they're going to get, and they sit high in their ivory towers, folks, and I am not kidding. But, they are ending these programs right when parents need them most. Schools are going to be closed for the summer. We know that camps and daycare is extremely expensive, so they are forcing people to go back to make $7.25 or $8.25 an hour, only to have all their funding go to childcare. There is no schools in the summer. The Biden administration extended it through Labor Day, knowing that schools are back in session and that families can recoup the summer somehow and make it through. But folks can't be paying for childcare on $7.25 an hour. Are you going to go from a office, 40-hour a week, making $70,000 a year job to being a truck driver? I mean, who's going to do that? What kind of jobs are they creating? They're shit jobs, quite frankly. They're not jobs. They're good jobs for a high school student. They're good jobs for a college student who wants to come home for the summer. But they are not long-term, high-paying, livable job wages. These jobs don't pay enough to put food on your table. And quite frankly, a lot of them aren't even getting enough money with unemployment to put food on their table. In South Carolina, The maximum payout on unemployment is $326. So if you get $326 a week, plus the $300 bonus, you get $626 a week. Someone is able to pay their rent with that. Do you know what the minimum amount in South Carolina is? $42. So if you didn't earn that much in South Carolina and your payout on unemployment is $42, you get the extra $300, it's $342. But hey, it's more money than the minimum wage pays at $7.25. This is all screwed up, folks. In Montana, the minimum wage, the unemployment payout is a little higher. Unemployment in Montana, the maximum is $511 and the minimum is $151. So if you have had a good paying job and you earned and you were fortunate enough to get the maximum amount from Montana's unemployment, you had $511 a week plus the $300 and extra benefits. That's $811 a week. And if you were on the lower end of the scale, you got $151 in unemployment plus the $300 bonus, which leaves you to $451 a week. I'm sorry, folks, but that's not even enough to put food on the table. But the governments in those states are saying that it is preventing people from getting a job. I think it's preventing people from being homeless. There's two sides to look at it, right? I know struggling businesses right now. The Tanzania School Foundation is a struggling business. We raised money through events, and we have had 0 events all year. I just did the first one on Saturday. So we went 18 months. December of 2019 was our last event until Saturday, and we had a really good day. And we hope to do it again. But if this virus comes back like it is in India, all that is shot again. And the Tanzania School Foundation has not been able to pay me a salary or even pay me a stipend for the work I do there. I know what struggling businesses are doing. They have loans out the wazoo and they can't afford to pay people more than the $7.25 an hour. But these businesses really need to get a grip and look at their financials and see if it's a really viable business. Because if you can't afford to pay someone a decent wage, should you really be in business? Too much debt, not enough business. It's all part of the problem. And a pandemic looming around the world. We're not out of this, folks. And I can't see it returning to normal anytime soon. Everyone anticipates to have a great summer, and I really hope we do. It was great being out there on Saturday with the public again. It was great sharing our story, and it was wonderful to hopefully find new supporters. But we take it one day at a time, and so should the rest of the world. All right, folks, I hope you found this informative. I am grateful that I live in the state of Massachusetts. I really hope our governor doesn't do that because I know a lot of people who, through no fault of their own, lost their really good paying jobs. All right, folks, I missed you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Please subscribe and like this video. And we'll talk again real soon. Have a great day.